Garden Center, and welcome to week 4 of our Perennial of the Week series. This week's Perennial of the Week's one we haven't done in a very long time. It's balloon flower, more specifically Platycodon sentimental blue. Now what I want to show you first on this plant is the reason they call it balloon flower is for this reason right here, is because as the flowers emerge and they start to form up, they look like little hot air balloons. And then when the flowers open up, you get this wonderful star-like purple flower that comes out. And Platycodon sentimental blue is a really nice long blooming plant for the garden. This particular variety is going to be a dwarf, only going to get to be about 12 inches tall, but it'll easily go for 2 months or more in the garden, especially if you deadhead the plant to take care of the old flowers. Now Platycodon is a great summer blooming plant. You can use it in rock gardens, you can use it along borders, mass plantings, you can even use it in a cutting garden as well. But you know, it also is a great plant that also goes with a lot of other things for the summertime. And we'll show you a few of them here. The first one is the one directly in front of me. You got this wonderful, very brightly colored Gaillardia dark bicolor. Now Gaillardia, this particular plant, really loves the sun, loves the heat. So you want to make sure you put this in a really good location, particularly also a little on the dry side as well. And this Gaillardia, keep the old flowers trimmed off. It'll go basically all season long. You can also use the stems of this as a cut flower. And this will get a little bigger than the Platycodon, so you're going to want to use this behind the Platycodon. This will top out around 12 to 18 inches in the garden. Now to also go along with the sentimental blue, you know, an oldie but a goodie, you know, something as simple as Black-Eyed Susan. And that wonderful purple with the golden yellow of this is going to look great in the garden as a combination. Now, this is a particular variety called Goldstrom. There are other varieties of Black-Eyed Susan as well, if you want to go with something maybe even a little shorter. But Goldstrom just gives you this wonderful, amazing pop of color all throughout the summer. Very drought tolerant, great for butterflies and for cutting. Also, a lot of the small finch type birds will also eat the seed out of this come fall and into the winter as well. To go along with everything here, kind of keeping with, you know, a late summer going with the fall theme, even something like this sedum here, Munstead Dark Red. Munstead Dark Red is going to top out approximately 2 feet in the garden, and it's going to get this wonderful, wonderful, very deeply colored pink, kind of reddish blossoms to it, almost like broccoli heads in the garden. And this is going to be another great plant for full sun. Very drought tolerant in the garden once established, and just very, very easy to grow as everything up here is. Now also to add a little bit more color pop in there and get a little different color is right behind these Platycodons, we got this wonderful Gara Snow Fountain. Now Gara Snow Fountain, or another name for it is Whirling Butterflies. A lot of people refer to it as that because of the shape of the blossom on this. This is another plant that, you know, you take these, put them into the garden and do a great mass planting with these. The color really just jumps out at you, and that rich, nice purple with the white does very, very nice combination together. Now, the purple of the Platycodon is also going to be great with silver foliaged items, and something perfect for that would be this Artemisia silver mound. Now silver mound's just got this wonderful, great silver color to it, no real flower to speak of, and it just forms these wonderful mounds in the garden. Now come midsummer, if those mounds start to open up a little bit, you can cut them right to the ground and they'll poof right out again. But that wonderful purple, again with the silver, makes for a very nice combination in the garden. Now, flowering plants aren't the only thing that you could do with Platycodon sentimental blue too. You know, some of the nice dwarf grasses work out really well as a combination too. For instance, we have this Pennisetum piglet. And Pennisetum piglet's going to top out around 18 to 24 inches approximately. And it's going to get these wonderful, wonderful bottle brush-like plumes on the ends of the stems. The plumes will come out, they'll kind of stir like a little bit of a pinkish color, and then eventually they fade to a tan, which gives a really nice winter interest in the garden. And the foliage on this will even turn tan as well. That gives some really nice interest. Now, there's a lot of other things you can also combine with the Platycodon sentimental blues, you know, things like coneflowers and fall asters, a lot of any of your other late summer, fall bloomers, you know, do combine very easily with this plant. So hopefully, you know, this gives you something to think about, and you know, this is a wonderful plant that I think everybody should have in their garden, and it's also very easy to grow. So thank you for watching this week. I'm Henry from PerennialWeek2 Garden Center. Hope to see you down here soon.